Walker, welcome to Birmingham.
Thanks for having me.
It's good to have you here, man. You've been enjoying the UK so far?
Yeah,
we were just
we
talking
have.
about it off camera.
We love it. There's just one day in each city is not enough time.
Yeah.
I can't really tell you what my favorite was. I love Liverpool, Belfast, Dublin, London, Manchester, Birmingham.
Birmingham, yeah.
Birmingham. Yeah, we have a Birmingham in Alabama, and so I'm learning how to say it right. But just every city, each night an incredible experience. Each night is different. I can tell some nights more people have heard of me, and then some nights it's a more challenging show, which I love to rise to, and I love to see people saying, "Hey, I like this," in people's ears. So, man, my band and I were honestly living the dream. Several times at dinner or as we're just walking down the streets, we have these pinch me moments where we go, "Hey, this is our job." We're over here in this town. We're playing for a living, and so and I want to grow the fan base here, and I just I love the way people listen to music here. They appreciate it. Yeah. And I'm sure you've heard that from other artists from the States, but yeah, you guys listen in a very unique way, and we love that you're finding us. Yeah.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to come and headline your own shows over
that's
here.
The goal, man.
So have like a month over here, you can do some tourist stuff, explore the place.
No, the goal is to, man, honestly, I know it sounds far-fetched, but my goal is to eventually bring my family over here and, let them, come to work with me and see this place. Because that's one thing that's really been tough for me being over here, is trying to describe what I'm seeing and the experiences I'm having, and I know that my words don't do it justice, nor do my pictures. I take a picture of something, and the picture's never as good as the real thing. And the same thing with the shows. I'm like, man, you should have heard them tonight, singing in 90s country, and we just put it out. And that's crazy that we dropped that in Nashville, weeks ago, months maybe ago, but that I'm over here in the UK and people are singing it here, So, yeah, I can't get over it. I'm ready to get back home and begin working. But I definitely, after this tour, I've already said, hey, I'm ready to headline this whenever I can. Yeah. Whenever I can sell the tickets, let's go. Yeah.
But you're on tour with Old Dominion this week, and they're a perfect example of how to do it in the UK. They've done C2C like you have, and then played smaller venues, supported Thomas Rhett, and then now they're headlining the big places. So what have those guys been like to hang out with, first of all, and how much do you look at those as an example?
Old Dominion guys, we go way back. I mean, I'm a huge fan of them. I absolutely just listened to their first album, Meat and Candy, just like a fan, as if I didn't know them. But I am honored to be out here with them. As far as, a crew and a band that you want to be around for this extended amount of time, I don't know another crew or band that my team and I would rather hang out with for this many days in a row. They're so kind. Their show's amazing. Their fans are real diverse and they're incredible. And they sold out, pretty much every venue they played here. And so what more can you ask for? And man, just trying to learn from them. Like how did they do it? And like you said, they grew this. And I think they played the opening spot that I'm in before, and then now they're headlining. So it's fun to watch people on the next level live out their dreams and be as excited as I am, in my position, and think, man, maybe one day I'll be on that rung of the ladder.
Yeah, we did C2C early this year. Yeah, and like every artist that plays there comes away and says, we knew that it was growing in the UK, but we didn't quite know it was that big. So tell us about your
Exactly. I was blown away. That was my first taste of the UK. And so, people continually ask me, how do you feel? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. I've never flown over there, and landed and walked around and I had no idea, no expectations whatsoever. But as far as how country music is growing, I can't imagine that's just the beginning that festival was mind-blowing. There were people out so early to listen to everyone, until after show. I mean, I played one show that was an after show.
I was there, yeah.
It was packed. The place was jam packed. And you know, honestly, in the U.S., like you play a show like that, they're partied out. You know, I mean, you're basically just loud background music, but the crowds were still attentive well into the night, you know, and soaking it in. And that's, you know, as an artist, that's your favorite kind of show to play, is when you just see people really just, that's what I love about playing over here, is that people have this look on their face like, I am here to fully experience this. People dance, they smile, they sing along, but there's a respect and an attentiveness on their face that's unique. But yeah, C2C, I'd love to do that again. I would love to play on the main, you know, the main stage at that O2 thing for
One
sure.
day. Well, Old Dominion started off doing the smaller gigs at C2C. The next time they came back, they were on the main stage. So one day. But 90s Country, tell us about that. Because you wrote that with Shane McAnally, who's just the best.
Yes, he is. And you know, I had started that song with a girl named Lyrics. That's what she goes by. And you know, I knew before I finished the song that I wanted it to be my next single. And as a matter of fact, I started this song about 2 years ago. It's a song that did not make it on Boom, my first album, because it wasn't finished. And but I knew if I took great care of that song, that it was probably a smart move as a single. You know, I just know a lot of people can relate to those titles, and even if you can't, it just feels so good, you know. And I've noticed my kids, they respond like that. They have no idea what Jukebox Junkie is, but they love to say sexy and check please, you know, check yes please. So, man, me and Shane just battled it out, man. We just put a ton of songs in the hat, and we tried to tell a little cute story, you know. How would you talk to a girl if you were talking in all 90s country language, you know? And I think we did a good job. I mean, I feel like there's just enough like hurt in the song where it's fun and it feels good, but like if you start thinking too much about those days, you might miss them, you know? And so I think there's a sonic piece of it that matches that nostalgic bittersweetness just enough. And man, I love it's amazing to me how universal these songs are, you know, that I'm singing them over here in the UK, and people are like, you know, you like it, you love it, you know, they're right there with me, you know, referring to these Tim McGraw songs or whatever. But man, it's my new single, and I couldn't be prouder. I wanted to put out something just peppy. You know, I had just come off of Craig, and that song was heavy. You know, it was really heavy to talk about, heavy to sing, and it had a wonderful impact. Really, just watching people respond to my friendship with Craig was life changing. But it also had a lot to do with kind of the turn we took with 90s Country. And so 90s Country. It's my new single, and it's also the beginning of the next album. Wow. So we're excited.
I look forward to that. I saw the Instagram video that you put on a while back of Shane in the studio where he came up with a guitar.
That was it, man. You know what's funny is that video of him coming up with that lick really saved us, because about what you didn't see was about 20 minutes later, we were like, what did you sing? Because we had forgotten it. And so Marissa, one of my manager people, she had videoed it, and she had to go find the lick on that video, and that's what we watched to remember. And we were like, man, this is priceless. Like, we have the birth of that.
The guy's just a genius.
Dude, and Shane. I mean, I love that we have that documented, because that's what you can't explain. People are always like, what's it like writing with Shane? And that's what it is. You're just sitting there and you're talking about it, and he's like, dude, what if it just did this? And you're like, don't forget that, you know. And so, man, I'm glad people saw that moment.
And tell us about this music video, because that was adventurous to say the least.
Man, you know, so growing up in I grew up in Mobile, Alabama, and a lot of water there, so did a lot of water skiing. And then as we grew up, we kind of transitioned to wakeboarding. And I haven't done it in a billion years. It's been at least 10 years because I moved to Nashville and I didn't have a boat up there. So what sparked that though was the snow cone reference in 90s country and Chattahoochee. Chattahoochee was a massive song in my adolescence. And so I just said, hey man, let's do our version. Like, when you watch the Chattahoochee video, it's just fun from beginning to end. There's no like tricky plot or any, cliche story. It's just, it looks like they just had a blast. And I said, man, that's what this song needs. It needs to the video needs to make you smile, kind of like the song does. And so, we just went on Old Hickory Lake and did our best version of our modern day Chattahoochee. And that's awesome. What we came up with.
And you even got to play the song to Neil McCoy, didn't you?
Yeah, Neil McCoy. So we opened for Neil McCoy and Joe Diffie one night, and man, Neil McCoy, hands down, one of the nicest, famous people I've ever met. He puts on an amazing show, but he walked on the bus, and I was like, hey man, your songs, I mentioned it in here, check it out. And he gave it a listen and he smiled. So that was a cool moment, man. And I wish I could see everybody, as the song grows, I wish I could see everybody, all the artists that I mentioned, and kind of ask them how it makes them feel. Like, do they appreciate it? Are they getting more stream? You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of my friends from Birmingham, Alabama, they were like, dude, I went and listened to The Wink all day today, because you mentioned that song and I'd forgotten about it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And you've announced that you're going on tour next year, but you're letting the fans name the tour.
Yeah.
So have you decided on anything yet?
We have. I can't say it. We haven't announced it, but actually, I will be honest. We said, first off, we knew this was a fun idea, and we knew that our fans would be engaged, which as an artist, we're always trying to engage them, even outside of just music. We want to share our lives with them. And this was Marissa's idea. She's on my team. She works with Rob, my manager, but she said, let's let the fans name it. And obviously, as an artist, that takes a lot of pressure off of me. Yeah. But then we started thinking, hey, what if no fans name it anything good? What are we going to do? And honestly, we were just going to fake it, act like a fan named it, because that's the only way out of that. Instead of saying, hey fans, sorry, we hated all your ideas. But what started happening is fans were sending legit names where we were like, oh, put that in a hat. So, it came down to about 7 or 8 where it was tough to pick it. We had Home is Where the Bus Is. We had one name, Dream on it. We had Same Act, Different Play.
I saw someone had suggested Shane McAnally's My Hero.
Yeah, I love that. But no, we just had we just had so many great ones, and then we just started fighting about it. And so a fan has won, and I'm just so excited. It's fun to have a team that comes up with brilliant ideas, and all I got to do is just help pick out the best of the best. And I love that my fans care. That's going to go on a T-shirt. And we'll end up selling that shirt all over the country, and that's going to be everywhere. So I think it's cool that one fan can be like, dude, I named it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm sure their friends will be like, no, you didn't.
But Walker, thank you for
thanks
a few minutes of your time, mate. It's good to have you in Birmingham.
Appreciate
it. We'll catch up with you next time you come over.
Yeah.
Hopefully won't be too far away.
No, hopefully next year.
Nice one, dude. Thank you.
Thank you.